Hey guys, this is Tyler with Desertflower. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about seedlings. I used to grow millions of seedlings. That was my job for a few years until I started doing my own stuff. Anyways, seedlings have quite a bit of stuff you need to deal with and control. One of the main things that I'm seeing, especially with new people and people that are trying to start seeds in their house or starting seeds early, is they don't get them enough light, and so with that they stretch out, they elongate, and makes it so that the plants flop over, they get all sorts of diseases, and they end up dying or not producing anything that you would like to have. So I'm going to show you a few things today and what I have set up so that we can grow our seedlings, and then I'll show you some seedlings that I left kind of in a darker place, didn't really do much with, so that you can see the difference between what's grown in a good environment and what's grown in a not optimal environment. And you'll see the differences, and you'll see the things that are the same as what a lot of people are growing. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, and that's one of the most common things I see is the seedling stretch. So let's go ahead and look through these. I'll show you a few of the things I've got growing. You'll be able to see how they are, if they're stretching or not. So let's go ahead. So I got these lights off of eBay. They've done pretty good so far. Not really gonna go into the lighting or anything, but anyways, these are some sweet peas. Planted them probably a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. So you can see they're doing good. If you saw somebody else's that didn't have the light like mine, these peas, instead of being about 3 inches tall, they'd probably be about yay tall, probably 5 or 6 inches tall. And their leaves, if you can see, in between where the leaves are here and the next set of leaves, that's called the internode, and that's where you can tell where their stretch is. So the internode on these is pretty compact, it's short, and that makes it so that they grow a little better, they're stronger, they're taller. You can see all these are standing up by themselves. If I had peas that were not grown with the optimal light, then they would be falling over, they'd be growing along the ground, all that kind of stuff. You can see with these marigolds as well, they're pretty compact, down to the soil level almost. My petunias, they're staying real small, compact, strong stems. Just like these tomatoes, which I just barely put some water on a few of them because they're wilting. You can see the wilts on these. I've got them on heat pads, and so they dry out pretty quick and wilt. See these jalapenos. You can see they're all pretty sturdy. They're right short, close to the soil. And that's what you want with most of your peppers, tomatoes, all that stuff. You want them to be a little shorter, keep their internodes pretty tight, especially at the very beginning. Once they get a little older, it's okay, but you want these stems to grow thicker. You want all these stems to grow a little thicker, get a little fatter so that they can handle stuff. I like to come by and just softly brush my hands over the top of them. That helps them all to stay short, gives them a little thing. You can do, you can have air blowing across them every once in a while. We've got a vent right above these that blows air down and dries some parts out faster than others, but the vents blow down, and that's my air circulation with those. They do pretty good. So I can show you these poppies. If you look at the poppies, you can see they're not very close to the soil. Most of them were grown over here a little further away from the light, and you can see not a very good germination rate. The seeds were older, but the germination rate was not very good. They didn't have as much light. Almost all plants need to have some sort of light to be able to, not to germinate, but to grow. So as long as you have the light there, plants will grow, become healthy, strong. We'll go out to my greenhouse where I've got my spinach that I let just kind of sit over in the corner, and we'll check that out, and I'll show you some of the elongation that's there.